Hello everyone, it's afternoon, and last time I looked, well, when I got up this morning it was 8 degrees out, and of course I told you my water was frozen. Well, my water's unfrozen now. Of course I had to take everything out of out from underneath the bathroom sink and let some heat go in there, but tonight I'll leave my water running in the bathtub. But, again, here I am. I'm thinking, and I'm not really, I don't have anything planned outside of the fact that all I could think about is, I know I've said this on several other occasions, that there's a time and place for everything. And we're told you can be angry, but sin not. Well, what that means, I don't know. Sin just means missing the mark of what you were headed to do. So, but anyway, something came to mind to me. I mean, back when I was younger and I was working in a dog kennel, and the owner had hired a young girl that would come in on the weekends. Well, now there's a lot of work that needs done in a boarding dog kennel. And I was the main worker, but she came in on the weekend. And we always put the list of what we needed done with each dog, which cage, and the cages all needed disinfected and cleaned out and so forth. What dogs needed groomed, what dogs needed bathed. We'd give them tick dips and stuff like that. So she would come in on the weekends. Well, she'd come in on the weekends, but I never seen her out and doing anything. And there was all this list up and down here, right? Well, I didn't have to work on the weekends. I worked through the week. Well, I'd come in on Monday. That list was still there. Nothing was done. Floors needed mopped. And plus all the dogs needed fed twice a day, and anything else, meds, if meds needed to be given to them and so forth. That list was still there. And I went in and talked to the boss about it, and she just brushed it off. And I said, okay. I got instantly angry. And this is what comes from my being that kind of angry. I hit that list like a ton of bricks, and down through it I went. And I worked hard and long all that day, and I got everything done. I said, all right, okay. You want to be that way? You ain't going to have nothing to do. I did it all. And that was it wasn't a prideful thing. You know, you want to leave it for me? All right, I'll do it. So thinking back on that and what I'm getting out of that, and with the way things are going now in the world, and they're putting the chemtrails and against the sun and causing to be a lot of clouds and no sun, and we all know we need sun. And we all know that, especially in the wintertime when it's cold and everything, we still need the sun. So here's what I'm thinking. We all need to get angry. We need to get so angry, and I don't mean like protesting angry, that kind of thing, where you're going out on the streets. No. We need to get angry enough, even in my own little situation here. I need to get angry enough at who? Who should I get angry at? Angry at me letting myself procrastinate, letting myself get away with no discipline, and being down and out. Don't let them chemtrails beat me. Don't let there not be no sun beat me. It's time to get down and get angry. Get angry and use that anger, that energy of that anger to push you forward. And but I got all my exercise equipment yesterday, and I'm sitting here putting it together last night, and it's all down there. But here's something that they've done now. They sent me a bigger outfit than what I ordered on the, what do you call them? Not barbells. Them balls, them bells, or whatever you want to call them, that you swing. Well, I had ordered a 1 pounder, a 3 pounder, and a 5 pounder. My daughter brought them down to me last night, and she, my God, I don't need to go exercise. I'm getting my exercise right now. So she brought them in. I opened them up. Well, they weren't what I ordered. I mean, they were the same type that I ordered, but they had a 5 pound, a 10 pound, and a 15 pound. I said, alrighty then. I think that's what my creator wants me to have. So, alright, they're all lined up there, and I've got my little hand weights out here, and I've got me a little desk right here, and I can't show it to you other than just turn it. Here's what I'll do. I'll try to. Yeah, I can't turn it around. I haven't figured out how to turn it around but there's, I don't know if you can see it or not. There's my equipment. Nah, you can't see it. Yeah, there's my equipment. There's my, I don't know if you can see it or not. And there's my table. And I'm gonna sit on this bench and do my curls, and this is my ankle weights. I got 2 of them, and I'll put them on my ankles, and I'll use that too to help strengthen my legs. So right here in this area right here is going to be my exercise place. Now, as far as laying on the floor, that's not going to happen. I'll probably lay on this futon and lift my legs and stuff like that with the weights on. But anyway, getting back to being angry. We can be angry in a good way, as long as it pushes us forward and gets us, by golly, I'm not going to be defeated mentality. And so I felt myself getting kind of angry today about it, and saying, I am not going to let the system, the government, I don't care what party's in charge of the White House, I am not going to let them or myself and whatever's going on inside me, I'm not going to let my jealousy, I'm not going to let my insecurities, I'm not going to let my goofy craziness and my overthinking destroy me. You got to get angry sometimes, and this is one of them times that, by golly, I know who I am, I know what I'm made of, and I know what I got to do to have a good life. So, of course, now, like I said, the water was off this morning, and now it's back on. So, okay, here I am. Now I'm faced with, now I need to get my dishes done. Gotta get my dishes done. and I will get them done. I will take this big old heavy sweater off, and I will pull up my sleeves of my tunic dress thing that I got on, and I will get the dishes done. My floor needs swept, and I'll get that done. And but you got to let that anger push you forward. That nothing, not myself, not my circumstances, is going to keep me down and keep me into a position where I can't enjoy my life. I am going to enjoy my life with who I choose to enjoy my life with, and that's my family. And I already got one friend, and that's my boyfriend. And all we have our little disagreements, but we come right back together and get right back on the same thinking pattern as we was before, and we're all good. It's a matter of knowing what has to be done and what don't have to be done. Don't get upset with myself because my bed's not made. Well, I will go in there before I go to bed tonight, and I will straighten out the blankets, because by golly, I must toss and turn, I don't know, all night long. Because by the time I get up in the mornings, them blankets are twisted this way and that way, and then I don't even bother going in there and look at it, because then again, clutter messes with my brain. So you have to get angry to be like water, like a rushing river, to get around places that it can't get around normally. And you just have to stand up and say, you got to stand up for yourself and say, look, self, we're going to do this. There's nothing I hate worse than getting on the phone and calling insurance companies, or trying to call a company that, like Wi-Fi or internet or whatever, that it isn't working, and they'll say, well, do this, did you do that, did you? Yes, I did all of that already. It's on your end, fix it. And sometimes, even with them, you've got to get not angry and saying bad words or anything like that, no, and I don't mean for anything. The anger is a mentality that I am not going to allow this to get me down. I'm going to muddle, I'm going to push through like a river. So, I don't know, I do know that my one video that where I had the screen cut in half, it's already got over 1,000 views, and everybody seems to like those videos. I'm seeing people either tear up their house to reorganize it, or shows. To me, that's boring. To me, sitting and watching somebody, how they organized and put their clothes, because now, like with me, my camper isn't like a house. You know, you got a closet over here, you can go over, open up the door, and you can look in there and blah, blah, blah. My house is boring. But yet, people are going in there and looking at that like crazy. I don't see nothing wrong. Of course, I'm doing a little bit of talking on it too, but I don't see nothing so wonderful about it. Well, I almost, God. I said to myself, I am not going to do that just to make a video. But there was other reasons too. I was going to move all this furniture around. I was going to put this entertainment stand back in there against the wall, and I could plug the fireplace in up at the top. And I got a chair in there already. I was going to take all that other stuff out of there, put my table right there, and leave the other chair that's in there and try to get this recliner in there. Now I was going to show y'all what it looked like afterwards. It's too much work. Too much work. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint y'all. It's just too much work. But it would have been for me more so than anything. But I don't understand the concept that more people want to hear about homelessness, how they're handling the homelessness. And of course, a lot of people like to come in and argue with you on those kind of subjects too. But then I get on like the video I did yesterday on the Old Testament Abraham harem. I don't understand. I mean, because the way the world is today, and all the women out there shaving their heads because of the way the men's treating them or whatever, why wouldn't you want to be interested in knowing why all that stuff's going on? It's going on because it's been that way for centuries. Men have been taught from way back when it's okay to have a harem. Polygamy, it's called nowadays. Well, what about the woman? Why can't a woman have a bunch of different husbands or whatever you want to call it, well, sidekicks or whatever it is you want to call them? I don't understand. Why is it okay why is it okay for men to have? Now, all men don't want to do that, but for the most part, a lot of them would, if they were allowed to, they would. It's because of wolves mate for life. I think geese mate for life. There's a lot of animals that mate for life, and then there's animals that just take whatever comes around, you know. And they'll fight over it. But no, I mean, whatever situation that you're in, get angry enough that you can be like a river and go around everything that you need to get to where you need to get to and get it done. But yeah, I know that sometimes that anger can get you into trouble if you don't control it, but it's a different kind of anger. It's like I said, it's a mindset. You got to, but golly, I'm not going to allow that to happen to me. This is how it's going to get done. So, but they brought my washing machine yesterday. I don't see it yet because the FedEx truck, there was a lot of packages. There was my packages, my daughter had some packages, and the driveway was covered with snow, and it was steep. And they didn't want to come down over that hill. So they called me up. Well, what are we going to do? Well, don't leave it at the top of the hill because a lot of people come. Some of them have just thrown them down the hillside and left them lay there and out in the rain and stuff, like I've told you this before. But I don't know what to tell you. I tried to tell them they could come up this way around and go back down around because this was the original address. No, we've already got them unloaded and outside here. Well, dumb buddy, you should have called me before you unloaded everything. So anyway, everything was strung down the driveway because they did try to keep everything hid as well as they could. So my wash machine is still up at my daughter's, and they're gonna bring it down. But when I go to do my exercises, I'll show you. I'll give you not a tour, but I'll give you demonstration of the stuff that I got, and I'll show you my wash machine when I still gotta figure out where I'm going to sit it while I'm not using it. So it's times like that when you don't have the room and you gotta think, well, I gotta get rid of this or I gotta get rid of that. Well, everything I've got right now I don't want to get rid of. Where can I store it in here? I don't have any storage space in here for something that big. So again, how do you handle that? I don't know. You got to sit down and you got to think it out and the various things that you got to do about it. But yeah. So anyway, this was the cup I originally did to do my. I told on the short this morning. I got up. I just got up and I had no water. And I had to use one of my bottled waters and I went to make my coffee. I put my coffee bag in here to do it, and then I went and picked up the honey and poured it in, and I said, what am I doing? I don't drink honey in my coffee. Oh my God. So I had to start over again. So, but anyway, I just thought about that anger thing. Let your anger work for you. Let it propel you to get the things done that you know that you need to do for you. If you need to make a call, don't get mad at the person, get mad at you, and don't procrastinate on it. Those kind of things. If I know I need to get them dishes done and it's too cold in here, and I think it's too cold in here for me to do it, you gotta let that anger stir up in you and say, by golly, I'm not gonna let this defeat me. So, but anyway, I don't know. I'm just trying to put out as much content as I can, and whether it be good or whether it be bad, it doesn't matter. So, trying to get people to like, subscribe, and comment. And I know a lot of you look at your stuff, look at this stuff on your phone, but there's ads on there, and those ads is what pays me. So if you watch the ads completely through, you don't have to watch them, just mute them. But I watch a lot of my YouTube on TV, on Roku, so I'm not using up data. So, but anyway, like, subscribe, and comment, and any of you that can, send some super thanks. I started out doing this for free, and because I think everybody could benefit from what I've learned through life and what I'm learning now even. So, anyway, like I said, this was nothing fantastic. I just wanted to get a video out and be in anger. Use your anger. Use your anger for good energy. So, remember, a merry heart doeth good like medicine. And a broken spirit will dry up your bones. Remember that scripture. When your heart is merry, it'll make you healthy. It'll fix, it might take some time, but it will, in the long run, make you healthy. And if you think you can or if you think you can't, you're right. And I know that y'all understand what that means. So if you're sitting here thinking, I can do that, yeah, I can do that, and you keep telling yourself, yeah, I can do that, then you're going to do it. You can do it. But if you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, I can't do it, then you're not going to be able to do it. So we'll talk to you later.